Hello everyone. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to POCO's online launch event. My name is Angus, and I'm the product marketing manager at POCO. Everything you need, nothing you don't. At POCO, at the mid-range segment, we'll be even more detailed, even more precise, by giving you exactly what you need. We have nailed each category: camera, design, performance, battery, and of course, most importantly, price. We want to disrupt the market by releasing a true all-rounder in the mid-range segment. Are you guys ready? For the very, very first time, introducing the POCO X3 NFC. Now, this is the very first X series phone launched from POCO Global. The first thing we're going to talk about is exactly the design you need. So there it is, the POCO X3. It's got a super bold design and a standout design. So it's very eye-catching, and we spent a lot of time and effort to make it unique, but yet premium. Now, when we dive into the deep details, we made strong efforts. The stripe design, inspired by classic racing, which is why we call it a finish line design. And placed on the bottom, on the finish line design, we placed a big POCO logo with a standout chroma design. We want to make a statement with this logo. Proud to own POCO. We have the POCO X3 in shadow gray. It looks absolutely stealth at night, and it stands out during the day. For those who want a bit more of a pop color, we also have the cobalt blue. This is a very cool color, and it's beautiful under any lighting. We're going to give you exactly the performance you need. Global debut. The Snapdragon 732G. Now, we're very excited to work with Qualcomm on this project. Now, the 732G was able to get an AnTuTu score over 300,000. To give you an idea of how good this score is, we compared it to the other two 700 series processors that are very popular in the mid-range market right now, the 720G and the 730G. And the X3, featuring the 732G, came out on top with quite the difference. In the mid-range segment, there's very few phones that can actually compete with this score. The Snapdragon 732G has taken the crown on being the leading 4G processor in the 700 series this year. Introducing Liquid Cool Technology 1.0 Plus. Now, it's almost a tradition to put Liquid Cool in our performance-driven phones. And you may realize it, we're actually calling it 1.0 Plus. So for our Liquid Cool Technology 1.0 Plus, we increased the heat pipe size by 70%, which allows more heat taken and cooling the device much faster. Bigger heat pipe is always better. So with Liquid Cool Technology 1.0 Plus, the CPU temperature can be cooled up to 6 degrees compared to devices that don't have Liquid Cool technology. At POCO, we deemed every part of the phone important. We put in extra efforts in display, as we know a lot of our users love gaming and watching videos on their phones. A big 6.67-inch FHD Plus display. And at POCO, we love Hertz. We deem it as a very, very important feature. Personally, I love Hertz. 60 FPS, 60 Hertz is great, but I always want better. I need that high refresh rate to up my game. With the X3, we do have a flagship refresh rate of 120 Hertz. Now, this was a crucial decision for us because we really dug deep into finding out what our fans want from our next line of phones. With 120 Hertz, the screen refreshes 100% faster than 60 Hertz. Our 120 Hertz is actually dynamic. So the result of dynamic switch is actually all about giving you 120 Hertz smooth viewing when necessary, and power efficiency when it's 90 Hertz or under. This is an advanced software technology that is smart in power consumption. For the POCO X3, we do have a flagship level touch sampling rate of 240 Hertz. In fact, with 240 Hertz, we're one of the fastest in the market. So we really focused on making this gaming experience as great as possible. So 240 Hertz, what does that mean? It actually means that we're 33% better than most flagship phones on the market right now. Now, some of you may be questioning, with the high refresh rate, is it going to drain the battery? The simple answer is no. We definitely have the battery you need, giving you a 5,160 milliamp big battery, just over 2 days long lasting on a single charge. So you won't need to worry about all the performance draining the battery. This can handle it completely. We have a flagship level 33-watt fast charging, just 65 minutes to 100%. For a 5,160 milliamp battery, that's amazing. Now we're also including this 33-watt fast charger in box. So with this, you'll be charged up in no time. But that's not all. When it comes to having a complete gaming experience, we have more. The small details that completes the whole package. The Z-axis linear motor, which is a flagship level haptic. We have a dual stereo speaker set up on the POCO X3. Now we're going to move on to camera. Now I'm pretty excited for this one because we also have an amazing flagship level feature. The POCO X3 features a flagship level quad camera. Now yes, I know we've seen a lot of quad cameras this year, but at the mid-range, it's still not the common choice. A 64 megapixel main sensor, 119 angle ultra wide, a macro camera, and a depth sensor. And now for our 64 megapixel, we use a main sensor from Sony IMX682. This has a huge sensor size and 1.6 microns 4-in-1 super pixel. So what does that mean? You're going to be able to produce amazing image quality with precise colors and rich details. Let me show you some shots that's taken by this lens. So for the 64 megapixel, then we have a 13 megapixel ultra wide that can capture up to 119 degree. And macro lens. And for the depth sensor for portrait mode. So for our new filter, Go Vibes mode. A cyberpunk mode. AI skyscaping 3.0. Giving you exactly the experience you need. Some essential features: IR blaster, NFC, and headphone jack. Then we also added a fingerprint sensor and a power button, another feature that offers a great handheld experience. Now on the software side of things, I believe many of you know that the MIUI 12 was launched a few months ago. For the X3, it will be running MIUI 12 for POCO and POCO Launcher 2.0 straight out of the box. And I wrote exactly the price you want here. And that's a very bold statement. But we're confident. We at POCO will give you exactly the price you want. For our first option, the 6GB plus the 64 variant, we did come out with an early bird pricing of 199 euros. The 6GB and 128GB option. Now, of course, we also have an early bird price for the higher variant, and it starts at 249 euros. So that's truly amazing value. This is POCO's most aggressive pricing yet. And global availability starts tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow you can get the POCO X3. The POCO X3 will be sold on these platforms with the early bird pricing starting from September 8th. So don't miss out. And don't worry, we do have more platforms. The channel availability may vary between the markets, but we have a lot more to show you. So you can follow our official accounts in your local regions to stay up to date of when it will be available. So the POCO X3, exactly what you need.